Welcome back from the MLG offices in New York City. You're currently watching the XMG Pro Invite, a tournament that started with 8 professional players, played exclusively on maps incorporating the new balance changes that Blizzard is currently considering. Right now, this is day 2. We are in the second semifinal. We already saw San take down Daisy 2-0 earlier today to advance to the final best of 5. And now we are in Strelok versus Morrow. It's game 3. The winner advances on to the final.
That's right here, the deciding map. Belshir Vestige, one of the most commonly seen, one of the most standard, I guess you could say, maps in current competitive StarCraft 2 play in the upper left-hand location. Won the first map, was significantly ahead in game 2, but stumbled against the siege tanks of his opponent. He is the Red Terran, Morrow. And of course, his opponent, in a bottom right-hand location, representing Na'Vi, the Blue Terran, Strelok. And I'm waiting for my battle cruisers, man.
Battle cruisers are operational.
Take it slow.
Take it slow. Make it happen.
I've been waiting. You know, yesterday, Strelok did not disappoint.
You are correct.
Today, though, so far, I haven't seen a battle cruiser. And you know what? I didn't expect one from San.
I don't think we're going to see it on this map.
I didn't expect one from Daisy.
Because they're Protoss.
Exactly. But Strelok, I expect my battle cruisers, man.
Yeah. I mean,
it may happen. This map, if they both go mech, it sometimes gets to, like, stalemate.
sure.
And then we'll see some battle cruisers.
But this is half the amount of bases as Alterzim Stronghold.
That's true. But
which is kind of interesting to put things into perspective.
Yeah.
If y'all are,
actually,
you know, if you're remembering that map that happened in game 1 of the series.
if you cut it in half, you pretty much have this map.
Yep.
And stretch it a bit. It's like dough, right? You got to just kind of cut it in half, throw away half of it, then another half you kind of stretch out a bit to be more of a rectangle.
Wait, you say throw away some of it?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because we want less space. Or I guess you could
Throw
fold it
away
over.
dough?
Yeah. Or no, you make a second map. Turn into a pizza.
I
so
think
while
I
you're
lost the
playing StarCraft,
analogy. I think I lost you, man.
Never mind. It's all
I
good.
see when I hear throw away food, I don't know if I agree with that.
We do have a command center first, coming in from Morrow.
Which I'm not too surprised by. You know, both these guys sticking to what they've been doing, really. Strelok going for the more tech-based stuff.
Yeah.
Even more so, though. Maybe he'll rush the battle cruisers. Actually.
It looks like it's Cloak Banshee rush to me.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be battle cruisers later, hopefully. We do see Morrow, you know, he went command center first in game 1, then in game 2 he went for that Reaper build.
Yep.
Now he's going
But
back
still,
to command
you
center
know,
first.
a relatively fast command center.
Yes.
After that.
Well,
he's been the guy expanding.
Yes, he's always been expanding. Well, game 1 they both went command center first, but
yeah.
Morrow then took a very fast third base, so he's always been out expanding Strelok, I guess you could say. Very safe play, getting the bunker up, going straight to factory, reactor on the barracks. I love the way Morrow plays his command center first. It's super, super, super solid. Now here comes that Banshee and Cloak, and the question is, how soon until Morrow identifies this, and how well can he defend?
Nice scouting there.
If he just goes straight to Starport right now, he should have a Viking out by the time the Banshee crosses the map.
And that's what he's going to do, I think.
Yeah.
At SCV's looking at the blueprints. He's like, all right, how do I make this thing again?
Yep.
That's how.
And he's going to reactor out some Hellions. Of course, this is actually the way...
Engineering Bay, too.
Yeah, and he just did that blind just because Banshees are such a high probability.
Yeah. And, like, Starport and Engineering Bay help you.
Yep,
like,
exactly.
It's a natural thing to do after expanding anyway.
And so if you want to go command center first in TVT, this is, you know, unless it's a huge map and you're willing to play more risky, this is the order you want to do.
Right.
You actually, if you get a whole bunch of barracks, it's really hard to both stop drop play. It's hard to stop Banshees with just Marines. But if you do things in this order, the reactor is really important because if your opponent goes for if they go for Banshees, you need to have that Viking. If they go for an elevator, like 4 Hellion, 8 Marine medevac attack, you need a lot of Hellions. And the only way to get a lot of Hellions is by using that reactor to get a bunch of your own Hellions out. So we'll see how this works. Here comes the first Banshee. Widowmon's going to keep an eye on the front.
Viking should be... Okay, Viking is on the way here from Morrow.
Yeah, he delayed a bit.
Turret trying to finish up. SCV is trying to provide moral support, realizing they are all going to die, but also realizing the greater good of letting this turret complete. And it is going to get finished, but the Banshee returning into the main basin. A decent amount of SCV kills so far.
The Banshee could be kind of stuck, though. Look at the way Morrow built the turrets.
Well, the SCVs can't really mine right now. So he's like stuck in a fantastic location.
Well, He'll be feeling awkward now.
It's like being forgotten by your parents in a McDonald's play pit. You're not going to be complaining too much.
This is true. Oh, the Banshee's got to be careful. Missile turret detection range is quite big. There goes the scan. Can he get in one scan? Run, Banshee. Run. I think the Banshee lives.
There it goes. He's just going to chill right outside of range.
Oh, look how close. I bet this turret vision range is like right here, too. That's painful. Meanwhile, another Banshee comes in. You know, Morrow, for all his preparation, his turrets, he kind of missed the key turret in this location, perhaps. And the Banshees are now behind his base, kind of inside it. But one scan could reveal them. They're running low on energy. But the damage is getting insane. Strelok is just racking up the kills. This Banshee's going to escape. This one's going to run into a turret.
Don't want to run into those guys. Viking just losing vision, but he's about to run out of. He's 9 seconds away from Doom.
Oh.
Actually, I lied.
Yeah. Raven's going to go and reveal that.
What?
Barracks doing push-ups.
Okay.
Staying in shape. Making sure the jetpacks on the barracks work correctly. So all in all, Banshee's got 10 SCV kills.
That's kind of a nifty little opening.
Yeah. So we're seeing it's actually Strelok is up by 2 SCVs right now. And he's getting a very fast third command center. So this time it's Strelok.
Thank you, Strelok. I've been looking for this type of thing.
We may get our battle cruisers. Widowmine gets a shot off, I think, on a heli and maybe splash the Raven. These are Hellions. Poor little guy. He's going to go down. It's SCV in retreat as well. Meanwhile, Banshee will presumably be repaired. Both players do have their Ravens out so far. No indication if they're really going to commit to mech or not, or go biomech. Both players are getting siege tanks. I think they realize on this patch in TVT.
Maybe we should make those.
Oh!
So we're seeing a little bit of the effect of the Widowmine change there, I think.
Yes, because this Hellion would have taken 40 damage. It only took 10. That's about it. These, like the other ones, were outside the range. So now a Widowmine, instead of always doing 40, does either 40, 20, or 10. So those
guys were already hurt then.
No, they were close enough. They took this rate 40. If you're still close to it,
got you.
It doesn't do. It basically does less damage fanning out from it as opposed to just general less damage.
Yep.
But there would have been one more very hurt Hellion. Basically, this Hellion would have been at 50 instead of 80. So it's not actually like as big a nerf as some people think it is. I think, because there's still a good chunk of the radius where it still does the 40
I guess
damage.
I misinterpreted that a little bit because it hit a lot of those Hellions. Like the Hellions are pretty spread out too. So.
Yeah. No, Widowmines are still. They're not nerfed to oblivion by any means. They're still extremely effective units. We're seeing both players go in mech. Morrow adding 2 more factories.
Blue Flame?
Yep. Strelok's already got.
And this is going to start getting fun. Okay, so as these guys take 3 bases, obviously they're going to start having to spread out their defenses. They're going to have to be focusing on the main attack pass that they're expecting from their opponent. Don't be surprised to see turrets being placed in the main base to kind of protect the aerial assaults. Of course, Morrow already kind of has that in place, considering he was defending against Banshees a little bit earlier, so he's going to have a few turrets in his main base that will help out. But ideally, they're on the edge, because right now the Minox can just drop on the edge. So hopefully Morrow doesn't feel a false sense of security because he has those turrets there. Because Blue Flame drops might happen. Hellbat drops eventually might happen.
So both players, the third base from Strelok's a little bit faster standing now, whereas Morrow's will be up pretty soon, though. SCV counts are fairly even as well, so things are looking very even. Supplies are very even. The difference is Morrow definitely has more Hellions, whereas Strelok has a few more siege tanks. So, of course, that means Morrow has a stronger mobile force. Strelok has, the mech Doom army, I guess you could say, and it's straight on engagement. The tanks should be the stronger units.
Setting up 2 tanks there just as defensive measures.
Upgrade-wise, we do see Morrow's getting double armory. Strelok already has 1 armory, though, so he's going ahead and getting that. +1 weapons. These Hellions are scary, man. This size of a Hellion pack, if they can sneak in somewhere, that's a lot of kills. But I don't think, 2 tanks with a buff tank attack rate probably is enough to keep him out. Well, we'll see. Morrow's coming in here.
He might not mind sacrificing a couple of these.
Yeah.
If you're killing some SCVs.
Oh, the SCVs are pulled very quickly, though. He's not actually really getting many.
Not sure if that was worth it.
Yeah, let's see how many he got.
In fact, I don't think it was at all.
He got 5 or 6, because I forget if there's a scout or not. He either got 5 or 6 SCVs.
Units lost is,
Yeah,
and the supply, too, is pretty... And Strelok, he might be like, okay, man, you just threw away a 4th of your army.
Yeah, and he's going to have +1 weapons soon as well. That could play an effect. Of course, it helps Vikings. Remember, that's a big thing with the new patch.
There's also a spot here, just under the natural,
where
you can be in range of the ramp.
And
with the tank.
He scans here to make sure Morrow's
Yeah,
not
there he
ready
goes.
to ambush him.
He's going to it with the tanks. That's a perfect spot here for tanks to be. And this is exactly what Strelok was looking for. He just waited for his opponent to throw those Hellions away, and now he's in this spot. Look, he'll be able to hit that. He'll be able to hit the ramp. If anyone comes down the ramp, anything comes down the ramp, he can hit it. So he's splitting his opponent's reinforcements up, which is pretty huge.
And he has the greater Air Force. I mean, he definitely has more Vikings. He has the upgrade on the air. And a Banshee can be annoying now. This is not easy for Morrow. Actually, wait, Morrow. Where's Morrow's army? Have I totally missed?
All his Hellions.
But doesn't he have siege tanks somewhere? Oh, they're in the back.
Oh, they're in the back. There they are.
Here come the SCVs.
Okay, he's going to charge for the tank sieging up there. Hunter Seeker missile going on to one of those tanks. That's going to be pretty effective. But Strelok has reinforcements coming in and actually ran his Hellions into the Hunter Seeker. So this might go pretty okay for Morrow. And he's going to hold this off for now. Most of that extra supply is going to be represented by those Vikings above there from Strelok. But Morrow still has that third base intact.
Yeah.
And overall, that could have been a lot worse for him.
He did lose a lot of SCVs. We can see your workers killed was at 10, now it's at 32. He had to pull some SCVs to buffer that attack. He's using a couple more over here, not too many more. Also another 3 or 4 or so. So Strelok, you know, if you look at income, he's got about 20 more SCVs over his opponent. That's the majority of the supply difference. But with, you know, with mech on mech and triple mules, Morrow is definitely still in a decent position. And
yeah,
Morrow's getting double upgrades too, which could give him an advantage going forward. Oh, interesting. He's getting Hellions, not Hellbats. So Strelok going for more mobile composition. He's getting a mixture of the two.
Where is this going to go from here? I'm wondering.
We do see a 4th being produced by Strelok.
Yep.
More factories being added. At some point, they will transition to air, or start to supplement more and more air. Strelok already has air control, and that's why, of course, Morrow did get the Thor to help out. In case, you know, he adds in 1 Banshee or something like that.
Yep.
We do see 2 Hellions coming in here. Oh, this could be dangerous. We see
Ouch.
getting a lot of damage
Gosh,
done.
I would like wall off the supply depots or something back there and get a tank behind it. Don't let the, yeah, like that. Good job,
I mean,
Strelok.
you almost don't even need a tank. It'll take a while
Sure.
for the Hellions. Oh, and a natural, too.
Wow.
This is why I got the Hellions, not just Hellbats. He got a small squad just to do this.
Just dipping and dodging, darting and scooting.
I think what he wants to do is he wants to tell Morrow this is how you harass with Hellions. Because remember, Morrow sent in like 15 and killed 2 SCVs at it.
Yeah. Good point.
He's like, this is how you do it, Morrow. This is how the Hellions should be used.
Gosh, Strelok is slowly taking a lot of advantages right now.
All right, we can see here Strelok up 40 supply, 20 of that, of course, in workers.
Big engagement going to happen here. Who's going to siege up first is my question. Both sieging up at the exact same time. We're about to see a lot of catastrophe here as both these guys shelling away at each other. We've got a Thor down below there from Strelok. There's also an air fight happening between these guys, Vikings, but overall Morrow looks like he has enough on the high ground with those tanks, and again, a situation where the winning player is going to have more of an air fleet to work with, which makes me feel like an air transition is inevitable as far as Strelok incorporating Banshees to help out a little bit.
Yeah,
or maybe eventually battle cruisers.
You know, Morrow's recognized that, like you said. I mean, if you have old tanks, Hellbats, your opponent has air control, single Banshee just ends your army, right?
Yep, so that's why you got that.
Yeah, he has a Thor, and I mean, if you have a point defense drone that and some Banshees, that can sometimes take down a Thor, but Strelok may not want to risk that. Another Hellion run by. This one probably won't get too much done. As I say that, the Hellion is getting 1 SCV. All right, come on, Hellion.
Nope.
You're not. Okay, there you go. Oh wait, more a Hellbat drop here, and
wow,
Strelok is relentless, man.
This is like, and this is doing so much more than simply killing your opponent's economy. Your opponent is having to deal with it. You're stressing their actions, and if Morrow had an objective of wanting to push across the map, he's also having to deal with this harassment. So it's just more stuff he's forced to do.
I'm a little bit worried for Morrow's army. There's no Hellbats in front of that.
There's
he's not
scan.
sieged up.
Looks like he's a little bit distracted now, sieging up. There's a Hunter Seeker going down onto the tanks. The tanks coming forward here from Strelok. Also a Thor mixed in. The Vikings taking control of the air and swooping in and taking out this army. Going to be taking control of that watchtower as well. But that was a great engagement there for Strelok. Now he's up 155 to 106. Just depleted his opponent's army and still being annoying in his opponent's mineral lines.
I do think there might have been a mistake of Morrow to push out without Hellbats. You know, because he lost his Hellbats in a previous engagement, and tanks on their own will actually lose a tank Hellbat pretty badly. This Hellbat's tanked so well. Medevac coming straight into the natural. You know, Morrow's 4th is being shelled. Let's see what the Hellbat's can do here. A double drop goes down. SCVs are under fire. Medevac falls, though.
I think he doesn't mind too much.
But the big engagement going forward. The Panther Fortress is taking all the tank shots.
Oh, wow.
which means Morrow actually clears up some of his opponent's army. Oh, but his tanks are moving too far forward. A little bit of a misclick by Morrow.
Under Seeker on one of those tanks. SCV's like, don't die. He stay alive.
He stays alive for now. Meanwhile, those Hellbats were finally cleared up. Workers killed those. Probably looking pretty brutal at this point.
And behind this, Strelok has, you know, all the bases, 4 bases, mining healthily from them, especially that one on the right-hand side.
You know, 74 workers killed is a large number.
That is quite a large number.
That's going to put him up. You know, Morrow's done a good job of building SCVs, though. He's still at 58 somehow. I don't know how, but now Strelok's going to take the low ground here, cutting Morrow off from his other base. Morrow can defend with these tanks over here, most likely. But the problem is this base is totally cut off. It is a planetary fortress, so it's kind of tough here. Will Strelok continue to advance? No, he's going to swing back around. Meanwhile, upgrade-wise, we do have 2 attack for Strelok. Morrow is about to be 2-2, so that'll be a small advantage for him once those complete.
That's a lot of tanks, man.
Yeah, Morrow needs something going for him. He's down by almost 80 supply now.
Needs a miracle. There are all the tanks going to start sieging up, and there's the GG from Morrow, not even letting the destruction happen. Well, he's going to try to engage and then leave. Throwing down the good luck, so Strelok takes out Morrow after falling in game 1. Did he fall in game 1?
Yes, Strelok fell in game 1. In game 2, you know, Morrow was way ahead in game 2. I thought he was...
Yeah,
I mean, Morrow
honestly,
had a 2-0.
This tournament, ever since Morrow took out Destiny, I'm like, this guy's got the tournament.
Yeah.
And he looked really good against Strelok, but in game 3, Strelok just able to outmuscle, outposition, and outplay his opponent.
Yeah, it was actually really impressive. Game 2, the way Strelok could win that, you know. I definitely... we're going to see, of course, this is being played on a proposed balance patch that may take place after BlizzCon, of course, so maybe about a couple weeks from now, we may see this being utilized in all of StarCraft. So this is kind of a preview look at how things might play out, and I think, you know, the Widowmine nerf isn't as big as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And the tank buff is bigger than I thought it would be.
It's nice being able to actually visualize how it would look. And
yeah.
It seemed fine to me.
Yeah, Widowmine still seem very good, and I want to see a TVZ with a lot of Widowmines.
Yeah, like maybe Polt involved against
like
Hyun or something.
Yeah, Polt versus Hyun match would be great to see. But tanks seem ridiculous.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
that
so
actually makes me interested because this next match that we're going to see is going to be the best of 5 final.
Yes.
It's going to be between San and Strelok. How do you see Strelok approaching this, especially considering he just played a TVT and saw how strong those tanks are?
You know, I actually can't predict.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm a little bit worried for Strelok on is San is so good, and he's insanely good with oracles.
Yep.
And now with this fast oracle, Strelok definitely has to figure out a way to make sure he takes no damage from the oracles, because like if he just expects to defend with just Marines and no missile turrets,
San's been having fun with those.
Yeah, I'm a little worried if he tries to defend without missile turrets, because I don't know if Marines can cut it anymore. I mean, in engagement, of course, they'll still win, but as far as defensively, it's going to be tough.
Static defense might be necessary.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to find out. That's coming up next. A best of 5 between Strelok and San. You're watching the XMG Pro Invite, a tournament featuring potential balance changes to Heart of the Swarm, also involving 8 pro players. We're now down to 2, and we're going to find out who's going to win this tournament. Best of 5 between Strelok and San coming up.